Mississippi, and thank you for joining us for WXXV News 25 at 5. I'm Kristen Hyde. We begin this evening with team coverage of the anniversary of that devastating tornado that ripped through downtown Moss Point exactly 1 year ago. WXXV News 25's Grant Chighizola is live in Moss Point this evening on what has been a day of reflection for many River City residents. Grant, what more can you tell us?
Hey, good evening, Kristen, and good evening to you, South Mississippi. You know, today, as I look around Main Street, Moss Point, it looks like just an ordinary summer June day. But, at this point 1 year ago, it was anything but, as an EF2 tornado with winds in excess of 130 miles per hour tore through downtown Moss Point, providing a lot of damage in this area. I am with, this evening, Pastor Kevin Henry of First Missionary Baptist Church. We're standing behind where the church once stood. Pastor, first off, thank you for joining us this evening. It's one of those things I told you before we came on the air. I remember just seared into my mind seeing the images of the church in the aftermath of the storm and seeing all of the damage it caused to the church and the building.
Absolutely. This church was a real hallmark in this community, in the Moss Point community. We've been around as a church family for over 150 years. We just celebrated 150 years this past June. And so the structure of our church being on this corner has always been something that stood out in everyone's mind. And to just see it here is somewhat surreal to see that it's gone. It doesn't get easy to get used to. But I can recall so much devastation that was here this 1 year ago this time, and so many hopes which were dashed as a result of it. But I'm grateful to God that we're still standing.
And that is certainly something to be very grateful for. In this past year, how has the congregation kind of sprung into action and responded to such devastation like this?
With resilience, with a whole lot of resilience. This community has a great deal of resilience. Our faith and our hope comes from a sovereign and almighty God who provides us with hope in spite of what circumstance we find ourselves in. And so what does not cause us to bend or break, it makes us stronger. And so whatever the case is, we've been able to come together, galvanize together as a congregation. We're currently meeting at the First Baptist Church. One of the unique things that has happened as a result of this storm and us losing our building is that we've kind of combined with First Baptist Church, Derek Tapper and that wonderful congregation just within a stone's throw of our location. And we've been able to do ministry initiatives together in the community. We've fed the community. We've had our youth out here. There's some stewardship programs, some cleanup projects that we're collaborating with the city government in doing. And so it's really what ministry should be all about, serving the community. And then where these two congregations have come together, it's been an extraordinary blessing from God and an extraordinary experience that we've had.
And that's one of those great things about the aftermath of the tornado. Obviously, so much devastation, but such a bright spot in terms of people coming together from near and far, both Moss Point City residents, Jackson County residents, Coast residents, and things like that. So, Pastor, thank you so much for coming and sharing your insights. And, the future is bright for your congregation. I know that.
Absolutely. We are looking to break ground here, have a groundbreaking ceremony here in a few short months. And so we are excited about what God is going to do, even in the midst of what we've experienced through this storm.
Looking to the future. Thanks again, Pastor Kevin Henry. I appreciate your remarks and your insight on the 1 year anniversary. Thank you.
Thank you, Greg.
Absolutely.